very good morning, our lovely viewers of Rest TV. Mwebale kubeera nga mutwekumyako akadde konna. Buli ssaawa bwe ziwera 4:00 tuba tuli wano nga tulindiridde okubaako ne bye tunyumya nammwe okusharinga. Banange, for those that call, banange, on Mondays the calls are always overwhelming, but we really appreciate and don't give up on that because it helps us to know wawe tutuuse nammwe, tutambudde tutya nammwe, muyambibwa mutya, n'abawa okwemulugunya wano na wali ebyo byonna byonna tubisiima. Mweyongere okubeera ng'obako obwo isimu yange yeyo ebeerawo wansi ng'etambula ku screen yo, osobola okunkubira oba oyogera direct nange mwennyini tewali mulala. Olwaleero last week twaliwo ne Kansomire Nassolo, bannange mumumanjiza nnyo omukyala abadde mwesigwa. Buli we tumusaba nti tukomewo munnaye ng'agamba kampisa akadde tujje tubeeko ne bye tunyumyako. Nga twogera ku child abuse, waliwo keesi eyaliwo ey'omukyala omwe eri mu kkooti gye tutasobola genda nnyo buziba ku discussinga. Council tugenda mwaniriza atubuuzeko, then tuwemuko ka short recap katono, then tugende ku topic eddako. Council tusanyuse okulaba.
Kale nyabo webale
otya?
Ndi bulungi. Gw'oli otya?
Nawe ndi bulungi, mukama mwesigwa.
Amen.
Waliwo njogera abamu, there are friends of mine that I call, hi, how are you? I'm blessed. So I think I should also
now we only blessed. Amen. Glory be to God.
Amen.
Batulaba abalabi ba Rest TV, mukama waffe Yesu yeebazibwe. Praise the Lord. Banange mwasuze mutya? Kansubire muli bulungi, nze ndi bulungi era ndi musanyufu okubeera nammwe nate olunaku lwa leero.
Amina. Council nga tetunaba kugenda ku nsonga leero gye twagala okwogerako ya sexual abuse, badde nsaba abataalaba show eya last week tusobole okubeera nga tubatambuliza ku pesi emu mu dakiika ntono nnyo otuyisizeemu mu child abuse katini, then we can rub onto this.
Clearly oba mu ngeri endala child abuse mu lulimi Oluganda kwali badde oba kuli kutyoboola ddembe lya mwana. Eri abatulaba amateeka ga Uganda, Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, tulina ne kye tuyita Children's Act, n'amateeka amalala, even the UN Charter, galambika engeri omwana gye yaliisiddwamu. Bwe twogera ku mwana twogera ku mwana oyo alina emyaka 0 kutuuka ku myaka 18. So amateeka ago gemmenye gaweera ddala bulungi engeri omwana gy'alina okuyisibwamu. Kati singa ekiri opposite ku ebyo ebyateekebwa mu mateeka ago, naddala katugambe okusomesebwa, okwagalibwa, okuweebwa ebikozesebwa eby'enjawulo, obutasuulibwawo, singa omuntu yenna ayisa omwana mu ngeri ey'enjawulo ku eyo oba mu ngeri etakontana n'ebyo ebyateekebwawo mu mateeka aba atyobodde eddembe lye. So child abuse kwe kutyoboola oba okuvvoola eddembe ly'omwana ennyabo.
Kati twayisaamu mwezi ensonga ne keesi yaliwo ey'omukyala eyakwatibwa akatambi abantu ke balaba nga basesulatinga ku social media.
Yes.
Tuziyitamu bulungi. Abatalaba show, you can go on my YouTube channel, Joan Mulungi. Buli show gye tuba tumaliriza wano tugiteekayo ku YouTube channel eyo osobola okubeera nga ofollowinga naye oba osanze biwedde. YouTube channel yange eriko Joan Mulungi. Don't forget to subscribe, but also you go through all the videos eza show zonna ze tuba tukozeeko osobola okubeera ng'otambulira ku pesi emu naffe. Kati Council wano wennyini wenzijira twagala kwogera ku sexual abuse, but what is sexual abuse?
Nga tetunabagenda ku sexual abuse katono nnyo, nzijjukiza keesi y'omukyalo oyo eyakwatibwa katambi nga physically abusing omwana omuto asuubirwa okuba wa myaka 2.5. Bwoli awo nali agadde okutegeeza abatulaba abatamanyi nti omukyalo ono yabadde sentenced, yasangiddwa nga ali guilty of child abuse, era n'asindikibwa mu kkomera omwaka gumu n'emyezi 6 omwaka gumu n'ekitundu. bimu ku byabaddewo nti kale yeetonze n'agamba nti tamanyi naye kyabaawo oba oliawo yali mbeera naye nga tukkiriza Mukama era twebaza Mukama nti at least omwana yafunye engeri ya justice. So we believe that there's something good that comes out of social media at the end of the day. Era twebaza Mukama n'olwabo abakwata ka video wankubadde nti etteeka epya ku nkozesa ya internet ligamba nti nga tonabakwata muntu yenna ka video n'okukapostinga olina okumusaba olukusa. So katukirize Mukama nti oba oliawo tujja kugenda maaso.
What we would get up before consulting this person because omaze omubuuza kati yeye
kati ebyo byonna bibaamu naye tukkiriza nti still in the end of the day abamawulire bajja tuyamba kuba bo balina olukusa okubaako bwe babeera bakutte oba oliawo nakyo kikulu. Kye nayogerako oli ne ngamba si kulaba bulabi n'okwata naye okubaako ky'okola because someone can die nga muli mukwata akatambi. So in any case tujja kutereezaamu nammwe mutereeze tutereeze wamu. Then ensonga ya sexual abuse luli twali tunyumya nga twogeramu nenkugamba nti forms za child abuse ziringa nnya. Esooka eya physical violence or physical abuse. Tugamba nti waliwo neglect oba okusuulawo omwana nga gw'obadde responsible. Waliwo sexual abuse gye tugenda okulabako olwaleero. Then waliwo nekye tuyita emotional abuse or psychological torture. So ezo zonna ngeri omwana eddembe ly'omwana gye lityoboolwamu oba omwana gy'avumaganyizibwamu. Naye sexual abuse kwe kutyoboola eddembe ly'omwana ery'okubeera nga talina ku engaginga into sexual activities. Omwana yenna kasita abeera nga tannaweza myaka 18 talina ku engaginga in any forms of sexual activities, be it passive or active in any way. So engeri yonna ekintu kyonna ekikolebwa ku mwana nga ki-involvinga sexual activities oba akirabye bulabi oba kimutuuseeko eyo ebeera sexual abuse and it is punishable in the laws of Uganda. So sexual abuse, bwe tutunula sexual abuse literally tuba tunnyonnyola nti omwana yenna atannaweza myaka 18 okubeera nga ali exposed to any sexual activities. Oba nga kimukutteko oba nga kigenda mu maaso ng'akiraba. Yes. There are bingi nnyo. There are so many things that are sexual that can happen. These days we have sex itself, sexual intercourse, oba penetration. Waliwo homosexuality, wabeerawo ne molestations, wabeerawo even okulaga omwana oba okwe-exposing omwana to any sexual footage. Okulaga omwana ebifaananyi ebirimu ebintu eby'ekikanga ekyo eby'ekikaba oba gwe okukolera wali nga ye atudde waneeno akulaba oba n'okumulaga videos ez'ekikanga ekyo oba okumu engaginga into any sexual activities oba okumushuting sa sexual pornography.
Okay. Awo wennyini council, there is a kid I found nali ntambula ku makubo naye nga alina ebigambo byavaamu nga biraga nti abaddeko mu kifo ekirimu ebikolwa bwe bityo oba kiraba on a daily oba nga but the way the conversation looked to be alabika akirabira waka mu bazadde. Kati bw'osanga nasanga omwana n'ensoberwa because she was young. She was like 3 or 4 years.
You can imagine.
Nga ine ebigambo naye nga omanyi girls sometimes are, brilliant. Ayogera kiri and
even boys are brilliant.
Okay, they are more active. Okay. I think that's the right word.
Okay, that particular girl was very active. Yes.
Very, yeah. So, like, if someone finds such an innocent child having such information or doing acts kubanga abamu abaana abato abo basanga bazanya mama ne taata meaning that because what we believe as parents that omwana kyalaba okola kyakoppa. Kati how can that child be, you know, like to me as a stranger who just met that young girl on the way, omwana oyo mbasobola muyamba ntya?
Ekisookera ddala webale nnyo ekibuuzo ekyo. Ekisookera ddala signs of sexual abuse zitera kuba zeezo. Sometimes children psychologically babeera innocent. They may face abuse that they may not notice as abuse. They are naive like that. Chovola bamateka gaba protecting. Right. So ayinza olaba ekintu n'atamanya nti this is affecting me. Only until when some things happen, bagamba nti omwana ono yabeera abused oba yabeera affected by such things. For example, abazadde balinda nnyo ng'omwana akuze n'atandika okwengeginga mu bintu ebyekikaba n'agamba alabika yabirabanga muto, oba omwana n'akonfessinga n'agamba nalabanga maama ne taata nga oba kojja ne anti nga bakola bwe bati nange bwe natandikira. So kids would not know sometimes when they are abused because n'abantu abakulu sometimes ba pedophiles oba baba engaging mu bintu ng'ebyo. Sometimes babireetera okubanga biri nice towards them. They make them enticing to them. For example, bw'osanga cartoon ku TV exposing children, erina okubanga ya myaka oba kangambe 16 okukka wansi naye ng'erina sexual activities exposing towards kids of an inappropriate age. So omwana ayinza obutamanya nti kikyamu. But in any case, for the bystanders or the bystanders or the people that are watching, nga gwe wali mu circumstance ngeyo, singa osanga omwana oyo ngali exposed in such a way, sometimes it is important okuinforminga abali in charge of the child oba abali responsible in the area or in the community. Si kirungi nnyo kulaba mwana nga alina conversations ngezo ate n'osirika n'omutunira butunzi oba naawe no getting interested no nina bendaba ku social media apps ez'enjawulo clearly na recording omwana yes nga annyonnyola ebintu ebyekikanga ekyo. We have to get concerned. You and me have to get concerned. Lwaki omwana oyo ayogera ebintu ebifaanaganako bwe bityo? Perhaps they are abused, and of course they are abused because omwana ow'ekikanga ekyo talina kubeera ng'ali exposed to a certain amount of sexual information. And much as I believe in sex, teaching children about sex education, that there is a level to which they are supposed to understand. For example, it is very dangerous omwana atanaweza myaka let's say 16 okubanga akunnyonnyola what happens in sex. How did they know? And how, because in any step of the information they have, it was abuse. But yes, so in case you find out that, what you can do is to find out who is in charge of that child and caution them about what you have seen. And in any case, if they seem to be ignoring your caution, then you have a right to report the matter to police because it is a case of child abuse.
Now, Council, as per our generation,
yes,
we parents have created that room for the children to be exposed to that because
which is very unfortunate.
I am thinking because you will find now that you know some kids have joined the international schools. Besides even the international schools, abana baba keddo bawa smartphones zineza fezikosa. Me and you know what happens here. And if so it's not controlled, anything can happen. Because be it all the apps that we have that we've mentioned on TikTok and so many more, Snapchat and all that. Me, I have a girl. My little girl is like 12 years. And you will find her recording herself on Snapchat, and like what I'm trying to say, that she can access each and every app here, kusimu. So abako is young, and to those parents that have already given their kids phones already. My little sister that follows me is just she's 16. She has a smartphone, and I just failed to question so much. But she told me that sometimes she does research with her phone. So I don't know what we have to do about that.
So it is very important, buli omuzadde believing that a phone is a necessity for your child, to take a little extra caution and be watchful. Do not assume that your child is already independent enough to emotionally take or handle what is on a phone. I mean, sometimes they need more guidance than just giving the phone to them for 1 hour or 2, or even just buying limited data for them, internet. You need to check often and to even talk to your children and tell them that there is so much, yes, n'okubabulira nti abuse gyali mungi, and it can happen to you at any time using the phone that you have. So you teach them and pre-warn them okumanya ekyokola in case someone abuses them in a certain way using the phone that you have given them. The abusers can be anyone.
Even their own siblings.
Even their own sibling. It could be an adolescent when the child is younger. It could be someone that is slightly older than them, or even the adults. Their parents can be their abusers.
Oh, yeah.
For example, like in the instance, if the mother and father engage in sexual activities and they allow their children to take part or to actively be, to watch or to spectate in a way. Sometimes they don't intend it, but it does happen in a way that you can't avoid it. For example, people have very small homes. Banji mkwano. Population nene new, and I don't know how we can even quantify it, but unfortunately, banji. I find families that have over 7 children, and some are a young adult, 16 years or 16 years or 18, naye nga basula mu nyumba ya room emu. Ng'ekyawula eddiiro abazadde n'abaana bye basula is the curtain,
It's amazing.
Yes, and we can't blame them because that is what they can afford. But we have to move to a level where kikulu nnyo erifa abazadde okuprotecting abaana baffe from our acts, our actions.
Wow.
Whatever you do as a parent, manya, you are either abusing or you are helping your child in a way or another. So, eri abazadde abali mu situations ngezo, it could be much better or much lifted nga mwe mukama mulungi ennyumba yammwe eri a bit better, naye nga waliwo ebintu bye mukola ebireetera abaana bammwe okubeera exposed to some sexual content,
and some of them might
that is not good.
Maybe at night they are sleeping and they're like,
and then they start to probably peep or get involved. I've had stories as well of children saying bwe twebakanga nga maama batandika kati nga tugenda nga tuwuliriza naye nga tavaayo naye nga eddoboozi teryatuka nnyo owulira just bitono. So parents, be cautious as you go about life, because you may abuse your children in a way or another. So buli omu asobola okubeera abuser ate n'omwana yenna asobola okubeera abused. So eno ensonga yakubeera cautious every time. Ne content mwennyini kati yogedde ku nsonga y'okusharinga amasimu. Omuzadde yenna atali sure, or anyone, any adult. For example, nze wange, I don't allow people that visit to give my children phones.
Their phones.
Yes,
because
I don't know what is inside there.
You only trust your phone.
Even my phone, I don't trust it because so many people send content on my phone, and I use a data system that allows so much to download even before I can. I can check it myself. So I can't even trust my own phone with my child. I have over 100 WhatsApp groups in my phone. I have over 7,000 contacts of people sending me information. I can't trust it. So I cannot openly give my phone to my child because anything can happen in a way. But when I get to a level where I have checked my phone, thoroughly checked, and I've turned off my data, I can tell my son to probably or make a call or even, check something on the internet. But in all ways possible, I don't
away.
appreciate. Yes, to just respect your phone and do not give it to your children. And if there is a way that, because there are so many options to phones actually. You can give a computer, because that one you would easily and be able to monitor and know what happens there. And there are so many limitations that come with a computer for children rather than phones actually. So it's better to, because we cannot go back into the generation where we cannot allow our children to have phones or computers. You know, we can't go back there. We have moved past that stage. But the best thing we can do is to regulate and guide our children in what is abuse. If someone sends you something of this sort, they are abusing you, and you have to report that.
Even using a certain language when they're just texting
definitely.
you, something of that sort.
Yes, because children cannot give consent to sexual activities, you know. So they are children, they can't engage, it's criminal for them to engage in any sexual activities. So even when she says, go ahead and send, you can't send, you know. It is abuse in any form. The problem is the people who are supposed to help the children are actually condoning these things.
Anyway,
the best thing is to be sure of what you have in your phone, and once you are sure, and educate yourself actually kunsonga za abuse, because some people don't even know okuweereza omwana ekifaananyi ng'oli bwereere. It is abuse. You are abusing them, or sending a child oba okulaga omwana omuto a video that has sexual content in it. That is also abuse. So abantu tebamanyi, n'abazadde bennyini tebamanyi. Era I want to thank you and Rest TV for making it a point that people learn. It is very, very vital. N'okukwatirira omwana in the breasts or in private areas, ne bw'oba muzadde we, kissing children, that can also be sexual abuse with intentions of sexually abusing them.
I have a friend of mine. She told me she has a girl, a little girl. Yes. So of course we tuulira such cases. So she told me, Joan, there is a code that I use with my children, be it a boy or a girl. I told them, if anyone, that like even the maids I let in, I tell them omwana wange ajja kujja ng'akuba enduulu singa onaakola kino. And for them, they know that their private parts, it's like a special package that no one should even touch unless it's mommy. That is the instruction that was given. Tino omukozi bw'aba akunaaza, that is a no-go area. And I think it is working. Kyendaba nti ndowooza okuteekawo some orderly stuff for your own children. Mungeri gwe gy'osobola communicating n'abaana bo to keep them safe.
Yes, and letting them know at whatever age, at every age, you know, when we talk about sex education, it's not just about telling children about sex, it's about guiding them on what to do at whatever age or at whatever level they are at. So guiding a child about what their private parts is basically protecting them against violence. For example, domestic workers, or they are even older siblings and all those things. So you need to tell your child that if someone touches you in a way like this, understand that this is not good. Sometimes you may not avoid someone helping your child to shower, but you need to guide your child to understand that this is good, this is okay, but if it goes beyond this, then it is not okay. You need to report this. Yes.
We have remained with a few minutes, but I think we can break down the types of sexual abuse.
Like I mentioned a bit earlier, some of these can be molestation. The molestation can be improper touching or improper behavior. For example, I sit here with someone else and a child is watching, and then we start maybe touching okwekwatirira mu ngeri etali proper ng'omwana ali wali eri alaba.
And then
yes, there are things you can do in front of your children or in front of people, mostly in front of children, because we are talking about children here. And then the things that you can do when you are alone or with fellow adults.
However much you're married.
Yes, however much you are married. So mulanga gugenda eri abafumbo balavidavi abayina too much you know, attachment, you know, public, you know, display, you know, maybe. So try to be careful and cautious with what you do in front of your children or other people's children, because in a way you may become abusers in a way. Then while we treat defilement, which we talked about sometime in this show still, sexual intercourse with a child below the age of 18, but then there's also aggravated defilement when the child is lower than 12 years, or probably the father is the perpetrator is a father or a guardian. And then we have also what we call harassment. Sometimes children are harassed, you abuse them in a sexual way, you talk about their private parts in the conversations that you have, enticing them to do certain things. I mean, anything that is sexual is forbidden when it comes to children. So we just have to be careful with what we do with them or expose to them in a way.
And also, I think what you think is okay when you're doing it before your children, they also think it's okay because they have seen you as a parent
doing it, so they'll go ahead and do it. There's also what we call child-to-child sex, which is also an abuse. So it is just with sexual abuse, we just have to be careful with what we are doing that is sexual in front of the children and what we are letting them know about sexual activities.
I think that is how even incest involves. Yes. We have seen that happen on several occasions.
Very many occasions. And even fathers defiling their own children, and even mothers molesting their boy children. So it is very, very vital to protect the children against all forms of sexual abuse. And it starts with you and me. It starts from now, like we have watched this show. You start acting, you be more cautious. And if you see a child that is complaining about any form of sexual abuse, do not keep quiet. Help them get report and be helped.
And you check out on the areas where you have not, done well, and try to correct, because we are all not perfect.
But most importantly, report every kind of sexual abuse against children to the police, like we discussed last time, to the police, and make sure that you follow up on these cases and make sure that justice is served. And you can do something for the sake of the protection of the rights of children. So God bless you. May we probably meet next time.
That has been Counsel Millie Nasolo for you. I hope that you have enjoyed that show. Akagamba akasembayo abazadde tubeere beegendereza nnyo kubanga omwana ky'omuwa kyagenda okubeera mu maaso. And if you don't make things right now, you will never make things right anytime. Have a good day. Bye bye. Until next week on Monday, same time, same place.